So we're going to play one of my favorite games. And I haven't played it in a while, so it'll be really fun to play. No, it's not Whose Knife Is It Anyway? Although that is a fun game. We're not playing that just yet. Nor are we playing Knifey Spoony, though I have played Knifey Spoony before. We are playing What's in the Box. So I need my big psycho knife to cut it open. I don't need it, but I like using it. So here we go. What's in the box? Yes, I have to make a sort of psycho look with this. Yes, I know I should not be cutting a box towards me. Here, we'll cut away. We'll do this the safe way. There, we cut away from the body, therefore not cutting ourselves. So what is in the box? I know it. It's going to be fun. Ugh. Wow, what this is really rough. I'm glad I have a huge knife. There we go. I got it. Got it. We got it open. What is in the box? The answer is cookies. These are protein cookies, and they're like really low in carbs. For those of you who don't know, I've been doing a low carb diet for over a year, lost 20 pounds. And generally, when I'm able to stick to it, feel much better. Had some stomach issues that are gone, and generally had really bad energy issues because I would drink like 5 cups of coffee a day. I would drink around 4. I would definitely need an afternoon cup just to get me through the day. So here we have oatmeal raisin flavored cookies. So I hope they're delicious, and these will be great to try. But this is actually the variety pack. It actually says in here Quest. You can kind of see it. 4 flavored. Can you see that? Quest. Wait, we gotta turn it. Man, Quest 4 flavored variety pack. So there's actually 4 different flavors, even though they sent it to me in a box that just says oatmeal raisin. So I'm gonna have oatmeal raisin plus peanut butter plus chocolate chip. I've had these before. They don't taste quite the same as cookies. They taste pretty darn good, and being low carb, low sugar, they're perfect for my diet. Can't eat too many of these because they're not great. But once in a while, if I need a treat, this is it. And I can take these to work because that's when people want to give me real cookies, and I can't eat them. And I get very angry and upset, and I just eat them anyways, which wrecks my diet. So those are my Quest cookies, and maybe I'll have one later today. Now, onto some more serious topics. I wanted to talk today about an issue that I've been kind of trying to explain to people, and we'll see if my fellow filmmakers feel the same way. But basically, I've gotten some people who say, "Well, I made a really good short film. It got into lots of festivals. It was highly prized, highly awarded. Everyone told me it was really great, but nothing came of it. Festivals are great. I got awards. Sometimes I won Best of Festival. Why isn't Hollywood now beating down my door to be the next big filmmaker?" And my issue is this. As someone who has obviously done some short films, and you can, hey, watch my White Panther. It's a nice little short film. I've also done feature films. Hey, watch Chainsaw Maidens from Hell. It's on Troma now, right now. You can watch it, or you can watch it on Amazon Prime for free. So check out Chainsaw Maidens from Hell. Look, I've done both. And it's almost as if the skills don't cross. It's really strange, but I think anyone who's had this experience can tell you that shooting a short movie and shooting a feature film are so absolutely different as to have almost no crossover skill. I hear what you're saying. Come on, it's just a short film is just, you just do that longer and for more time, and then eventually you get a feature film. Wrong. Nothing could be more wrong, and nothing could be further from the truth. A feature film is so much more difficult to do, and not just exponentially. It doesn't scale in the same way. I mean, it just goes just straight up. So, everyone thinks doing short films can be really fun. You get your buddies together, maybe you get some equipment together on a weekend, and you shoot a cool little short video, and you submit it to some films. People love it. And they tell you, when are you going to make a big feature film? When is Hollywood going to come beat down your door? Because you've proven yourself to be a really good, capable filmmaker. And the answer is never, because you just did not prove you can do what needs to be done in order to handle the kind of scale that a feature film requires. And the way I've said it is imagine you went to shop class, and you took a nice shop class and learned how to make a birdhouse. So you make this really nice birdhouse, and you think, okay, I'm going to show everyone my really cool ability to make a birdhouse, And now I'm gonna go to someone and say I want to build a house. They have plans for a house and they're like, I can build it. Look at my birdhouse. This is what I've built. And if anyone knows anything about building an actual house, well, you need electricity and plumbing and a lot of other stuff, and you need to weatherproof it and all that. There's things that a birdhouse just doesn't have. And a feature film is a bit of the same way. I came up with this topic because I got to watch or rewatch a clip from Lloyd Kaufman, good friend of mine who was in Chainsaw Maidens and the president of Troma, director of The Toxic Avenger. I can't say enough good things about the guy. He's been a huge help to me and many other independent filmmakers. But he interviewed Matt Parker and I always do this wrong. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the South Park guys, the guys who invented South Park, while they were working on Team America World Police. So this was some time ago, and he basically. They basically both say that making a movie, a feature film, is a miserable experience full of nothing but compromises and misery. And yeah, so I agree. Making a feature film is a miserable experience. And they say that war is like, you know, days of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror. A film set has a similar rhythm. It's probably not as bad as war, but um, a lot of boring stuff happens, and then for about 30 seconds, the camera's rolling, something exciting happens, and then hours of boredom go by. And so everyone thinks movie sets are this really cool, exciting place where all these celebrities hang out and crazy stunts happen, and you get to watch it all. And it is so boring, and everything goes wrong, and everything falls on your lap as a director. And you work incredibly long hours. I used to get up around 5:30, be ready around 7 for a meeting with my main folks, the director of photography, assistant director, production manager, the main people on your team. And you would meet with those folks, get all your stuff together, and you'd be on set by around 8:30 because you need to be the first person there if you're the director. Because like if you are late, it just the rest of the crew just realizes they can slack off. So the main guy needs to be there before everyone. And by 9 o'clock, you want to have to start getting shots set up, and by 10 o'clock, you need to have shots in the can. And then you do this for 12 hours, from like 9 o'clock to 9, and then you have another meeting with your production people about what's going to happen tomorrow, and then you maybe go to sleep like 11 o'clock, and you get up and you do it the next day, sleep deprived and ready to kill yourself. So that's what making a feature film is a bit like, and it is kind of a miserable experience. And there is a reward to it that eventually at the end you get to see this movie that you've worked on, that you've given birth to so to speak. But wow, yeah, it's a miserable thing. It's why so few people really make it to the top. There's like this top group of people that can work a 90-hour week and not be absolutely miserable. And maybe when you get up to like Zack Schneider, Joss Whedon, Spielberg level, it gets easier because you have millions of dollars and you can just throw money at problems. But every independent filmmaker I know can't do that, so it's like they have to do all this stuff themselves, and it's a miserable process. And I think it scales up to a certain point. Maybe at the height, it starts to not be miserable, but it's a tough thing. And yet here I am always planning my next feature film. And so these people that do a short film, they just don't understand the marathon that a feature film is. And so just because you made a really good short film doesn't mean you're qualified to make a really good feature film. In fact, I would argue that it's probably more of a detriment. And it's a shame. A lot of these people, these students, they go to 4 years of college to become filmmakers, and they major in film or film production, and they become experts in how to make short films. And nobody buys short films. There's very little market for it. And I can ask my audience out here, how many of you have paid to see a short film in the last year? Well, maybe some of you are film aficionados, and I hope you are, and you have contributed to the arts, but how many feature films have you paid to see? The chances are you paid a lot more to see feature films. I just saw Black Panther, and those tickets were going for like around $16 each, more for 3D and IMAX and all that stuff. So people will pay for that because it's a long experience. I'm not sure if people will pay for your short film. So you haven't proven any kind of financial success with the kind of movie you've had. Chainsaw Maidens from Hell is up on Vimeo, and on Amazon Prime and on Troma now. Here's my plug for my movie, and it's not really making tons of money. So it's like you have to prove that you have like a financially successful thing, and a short film isn't it. Plus, they're just slogging through it. I mean, if you've ever done a feature film or worked on one, it's a marathon. It's often 12-hour days are pretty normal. 16-hour days are not out of the question. Getting back on set after 4 hours of sleep. And when you're the director, every problem falls on your lap. And you have to be able to handle it. And you can't get crazy about it. And you do have crazy people on your set that are burnt out and tired. And it's a terrible job. I really think it is. I really think being the director of a feature film is a terrible job. But you get to see this film at the end of it, and it's very rewarding when you do. All right, well, that's all I have to say for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And that's it. We'll see you next time. Oh, we do have more wacky adventures coming up. I promise. I said that we're planning on a circus trip, so that should be cool. All right. Till next time, like, subscribe. Hey, and check us out on Patreon.